What happens when you're sent to an elite boarding school only to discover you're more on the fringes than you've ever been before? When belonging feels more remote and dangerous than you've ever imagined. You get Night Objects by Eli Raphael. Hi everyone, I'm Chris Ascunce, reader, reviewer, and the author of My Best Plan. And on this platform, I talk about books that linger. You know the kind, the ones that leave your skin prickly long after you turn the final page. Night Objects is that kind of book. Beneath the layers of wealth and privilege lies a murder mystery that transcends the mechanics of a traditional whodunit. What begins as a story about friendship, betrayal, and grief slowly reveals something darker. A question about how far we'd go to protect ourselves or the people we love. The novel centers around Lenny, a painfully green teenager dealing with the trauma of her mother's death when she's shipped off to boarding school. Here's what struck me immediately. Her grief is never tended. The adults around her expect excellence from her, achievement, composure, greatness, but they offer little comfort for her loss. Instead, she's flung into a social ecosystem of privileged classmates and the perilous orbit whose rituals cross the line between tradition and assault. But at its core, this novel is about longing. Lenny doesn't crave power. She only wants to belong. She wants to be seen, claimed, wanted somewhere. And that longing, the ache to exist inside the circle instead of hovering around its edge, is the emotional engine of the story. Now let's talk atmosphere. The Pacific Northwest setting isn't just a backdrop, it's a mood. Damp skies, brooding light, a cold that doesn't rest on your skin, it seeps into your bones. Eli Raphael doesn't simply describe the setting, she makes you inhabit it. The environment mirrors Lenny's interior world so precisely that it becomes almost another character. The prose is measured but lush. There's restraint in the pacing, but indulgence in the language. It's lyrical, sharp, intimate, cinematic. You can feel the care in the sentence construction. The novel is structured using dual timelines. We experience the story before and after the incident, but filtered through the eyes of an adult Lenny. So from the beginning, you know someone's dead. The question is, who is dead and why? And that quietly reshapes everything. Raphael builds her story around motivation. And in this mystery, everyone has a motive for murder. Every friendship feels loaded. Every ritual feels more volatile. Every choice Lenny makes feels like it's inching toward consequence. Then, as the justification for murder is slowly revealed, the unsettling part isn't shock or even the murder itself. It's understanding. Not agreement, but understanding. And that moral tension is where Raphael tightens her grip. The dialogue rings true. Teenagers performing adulthood before they fully grasp it. Flippant retorts, exaggerated lies, razor-edge sarcasm, slang that even Lenny has a hard time understanding. It's almost comical reverting to teenage speak. But what lingered for me the most, beyond the mystery, even the sacrifice, was the underlying hope. Lenny's longing to be loved, to be kept. That feeling, it's tattered, dragging across the damp earth, and yet it refuses to die. Despite everything, she persists, not untouched, not unscarred, but knowing. And that's why this book lingers. Yes, it's dark. It's a murder mystery. It's atmospheric and beautifully written. But ultimately, it's about what it means to live on the margin of belonging and still having the audacity to reach for connection. If you love language, if you love atmosphere as much as plot, if you've ever felt like the outsider looking in, this book will grab you. Thanks for watching, and let's keep reading books that linger.